Terry Francona. Hi, David.
Hi guys, I'll tell you what, this is one of my favorite times of the year when I get to sit here on the home opener and talk with the manager, Terry Francona. We get to do it again, and I mean, this is just, I really had to dig deep for this question. Here's the softball. Home opener, it's the best day of the year.
It's the most emotional day, probably. You know, the regular season opener, you know, you have anxiety, you're nervous, you're excited. This one, when you're in front of your home fans and there's family, so there's a lot of good emotions. And for the staff and myself, I hope we can enjoy it because you're trying so hard to make sure the players are prepared. But I do hope we can take a minute and enjoy it because it's a lot of good stuff.
And how about coming off the week in Houston as well? You're 2-1. I mean, you're above 500. You guys almost throw a no-hitter as a team. That's a great way to come into Cleveland.
Well, and you know what, for the fans, it's probably a good thing coming in off the way we did. We have to remind ourselves sometimes that maybe a swing game, especially that early in the season, shouldn't make that much difference. But everything is magnified earlier in the year. So, you know what? Good. If people feel good about us, we want them to. Heck, we want to feel good about ourselves.
Okay, and we feel good about the expectations, right? I mean, every year a team has expectations. But these are pretty serious ones, Terry, when you consider Sports Illustrated is picking you to win it all. I mean, how do you handle those expectations?
I don't know that I've ever really cared about what the external expectations are. I know internally, regardless of what year it is or what day it is, our expectation is to win and to work hard and do all the right things. And then at the end of the year, if you're good enough, you're going to be where you're supposed to be.
All right, we already talked with Corey Kluber, and we've talked plenty about him. But one guy I want to touch on is Michael Brantley. He's back in the lineup today. Are you concerned at all about his back and also just the fact that you have a guy that seriously is a candidate to be an MVP?
Yeah, he's one of the better players in the league, and the more he's in there, the better off we are. You know, he's just like you, me, and everybody else. You have a lower back that you tweak, it hurts, and sometimes it grabs at you. So we'll keep an eye on him, but structurally he's good. We just got to, keep an eye on him. If he needs a day off, we'll give it to him, but we just don't want to turn something that needs to be a day or two into 2 weeks.
Okay, one thing I noticed in the first 3 games, 0 errors. Last year, 116. I hate to be negative here on the home opener, but that's one thing you guys have to improve. Is it really just as simple as having guys in better position now, Santana at first, and how do you get the defense to be better?
Well, no, it's not as simple as that, and it's a small sample size. I mean, I hope that that's a trend that continues because it certainly makes it easier for us to win. And we've spent a lot of time working on it. I do think having guys in more comfortable positions helps. I think at the second half of last year we were better defensively, but by that point we had made so many errors that every time we made one, it just added to a bad stat.
Okay, if you want to be the champs at the end, you got to get past these guys, right? The Tigers. I mean, do you think about that, or do you just control what you need to do? Because, I mean, hey, they're tough.
Well, and that's probably more for maybe the media or the fans to enjoy. I think we get so wrapped up in who we're playing that's the team. We're playing the Tigers now, so that's what we look at. In a couple more days, we got somebody else, and then that's what's in front of us. If we start looking at, getting up for one game and down for another, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Man, Terry Francona, I'll tell you what, if everyone's not pumped up, they should be now. Always great to talk to you and hear from you, and good luck today.
Thank you very much.
All right, there he is, the manager getting set. 3rd season here with the Indians, and we're hoping that it ends in the World Series. Boy, would that be unbelievable. Looking forward to a big day today, Russ and Chris.